blah, blah, blah.
Live. Here we go.
From Gerard. It's Unlikely Friends podcast. Did you ever watch Saturday Night Live?
Wasn't a fan.
No. None of them? You just didn't like it, the show in general?
No.
There it is. No. I like some of the years. Right.
I mean, they've had some funny episodes, but wasn't a fan in general.
Yeah, I don't think it was as great as everyone makes it out to be. Share.
Okay.
Share away.
Man.
Back from a 2-week hiatus.
Hiatus?
Share away. Share
Okay.
away.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
And here we go.
Did you watch both movies? Well, I know you watched the other one like 3 times.
I watched that one. I did not watch the other thing again. I watched, what do you call it, this morning.
Bridge of Terabithia?
Yes, the Bridge movie.
Yeah. Good movie.
Watched it this morning. You want to talk about it at the end?
I don't know, sure. Whatever.
If you want to. What the?
I watched the new Predator thing.
What new Predator?
Killer of Killers.
Did it just recently come out?
Yeah, on Hulu.
On Hulu?
Yeah.
Killer of Killers?
Killer of Killers.
And what are your thoughts on that?
It's really good.
It was really good?
Did you watch Prey?
Yes.
It's just as good as Prey.
Oh, really?
But it's not your style because it's animated.
It's animated? Oh, it's
animated.
That's a horrible movie, isn't it?
Dude, it's...
Ugh, animated. Can't believe people are still watching animated in this day and age.
John says early 90s SNL was where it was at.
Right. He's talking
Adam
and Chris and...
Yep.
And Schneider and...
Sandler, Spade.
Yes. I said Adam. Yes. Chris.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on a first name basis.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Nope. I did not see the new Alien.
No.
I've only seen
Predator.
Alien 1, Alien 2. Wait. I've only seen Predator 1 and Predator Prey. They were and Vita's in. Oh, you son of a bitch.
I know. I didn't have anything.
Alright, babe. But yes. Freaking I guess I can talk about this right now.
What?
So
what are we talking about?
Friend of mine.
Is this my surprise?
No, I don't know if that'll happen. I can't tell if the person's on here. But a friend of mine freaking sent me. There's this page on Facebook, and it's called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" And it's like a whole thing to find like cheaters and stuff. I guess
you're dating the same guy.
I found out that I'm not dating the same guy. Thank God.
That's good.
But it's a site for like girls and like to see and like it kind of takes. I had a good idea, I think, for a dating thing where if you dated someone, you can put their info on there, and there's like a whole rating system, like 10 different topics, and you can put stars next to it, like communication, 3 out of 5, red flags, like 4 out of 5, like a lot of red flags, drug addict, yes or no, like. You can do a whole thing, and like it's almost like Uber, like your rating system goes up or down, and I kind of.
How does that work for defamation of character?
I don't see. This is why it's an idea. I don't know, but I wonder. Well, because this thing does the same thing.
Personality sucks. They're like, dude, my personality is great. Sue.
Well, so a friend said, "Are we dating the same guy?" And it's also a whole thing. Like someone put from some dating site I was on, they put up my thing, and someone, I don't know who it is, they're anonymous, but they asked any info about me. And like the one girl said, I grew up with, she's like, don't know him recently, but I grew up with him, close friend of our groups. He was always polite and respectful, always thought so highly of him. I'm not sure how he is now. And then another person said, I've heard he was a nice guy. However, I know he and his brother both struggled heavily in heroin addiction.
Oh, see? Here we go.
And he's been single for a long time. I think he's been sober quite some time, but I wouldn't know at all because I don't know him anymore. And this other girl I'm friends with, she commented, said, Austin's a great guy. He has a podcast and full-time job. Very polite and easygoing. I don't know him from dating, but we are just friends and da-da-da-da. And then she commented, but she was defending me a bunch because the girl was saying what she said.
Did they start a fight?
Yeah, she was. I wasn't saying don't give him a chance. I give everyone a chance, but addiction is a red flag. So, and she was commenting, he's been single sober for years.
Girls fighting
And
over
then
you.
kinda. And then my ex commented, and she said, "Austin's a great guy. He'd drop everything in an instant to help you. Da da da. Dated him for a year, broke up. Da 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 da. He wasn't ready for a family life and was very jealous at times." So I saw the jealous thing, and I was like I don't know, putting that out there, like
Defamation of character.
defamation of character.
See, she wasn't jealous.
But she didn't elaborate on it, but she was talking about like with her kids, like especially her younger kid, like always attached to her hip, and like I guess I was kind of jealous of it because there wasn't much alone time with her. But I just didn't know a thing like this out there exists, and like I thought it was, I don't know, put me in kind of a salty mood.
Don't like the interior.
Right. But like I was like yesterday, like I was like super annoyed with it for whatever reason. I was just, did they say you look like Bob Barker with a microphone? They did not get that, but I was gonna join the site and plug our podcast on there. But it was like you have to answer all these questions about, because there's a whole like rules thing, and kind of helps with defamation of character, because it says like when you're on this, you're agreeing that what you say is true. It's almost like, you know, not guilty or innocent until proven guilty. Like all the rules you had to correct. But I was going to go on there and plug
so
the podcast.
Glad I'm married.
Dude, you're telling me, especially in this day and age, like I don't know what it is. And maybe I'm not sure if it's like, you probably can't answer this because you're married, but it seems like the older you get, the harder it is to find someone to be with. I don't know if there's truth to that. It just seems that way.
I would agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think? Why do you think that is?
No. I don't think it's the older you get. I think I think that's a byproduct, the older thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's harder to find someone to be with because you've been, not you, but people that date and haven't found anybody have been with so many people. Now they're being more picky.
I was right when you were talking. I was thinking the same thing.
And then they don't want to sacrifice, and they don't want to what's the word, not give up, what's the word, compromise. No, I think you're right, especially like younger people. Like they might be thinking like, I could date someone with a kid, and then they date someone with a kid and they weed that out, and then you know what percentage of the population has kids, so like weeds out all those people. So but yeah, I just thought, I don't know, I was doing so ridiculous. I was thinking about it. Yeah, standards. I was thinking about it like freaking like all yesterday. And like I was driving around town, and like I drove to I don't know why I did this, but I drove to the east side, and like I was looking for like the areas with the worst crime, like really bad neighborhoods. And I was just like, I don't know why I did it. Like I don't know, I was just super annoyed, and like I just didn't really give a fuck. Ed, what's up, Ed?
But yeah, like I don't know, it put me in a bad mood. But it's just, I don't know, I think it's kind of creepy that they have things like that where like all your info's out there.
Yeah. Did you ever Google yourself?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. Oh yes. You never Googled yourself? Is there a lot of James D'Angelo's, you think?
I don't know.
No? I've Googled myself a ton. My MySpace pictures pop up for whatever reason.
I think I have, and my Instagram thing comes up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
A friend of mine, she told me about, there's this site, I can't remember what it's called, but you can look up like anyone, and it gives all your info, where you used to live, phone number.
I've seen that.
Like, and this one's free too.
Yeah,
like,
I've actually looked people up.
Oh, have you? You've used it?
Mm-hmm.
You've stalked?
It wasn't about stalking. It was something else.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the internet, I don't know. All your shit's out there.
Oh yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
That's like when people say, "Oh, they're going to be able to track you." They can track me. I go to work, I pay my bills, I come home, and I build things.
Right. Yeah, but did you know they're listening to you right now?
Oh yeah, no, I do Instagram. Go look it up. I got a cool picture.
Called you Jamie.
I know.
For whatever reason, at least I've noticed this, it seems like it's mostly or definitely more girls that call you Jamie, and more guys call you James, and very few call you Jim.
Do you know why?
Because when you were a kid, your name was Jamie. Yeah, but like Sandy and them, they call you Jamie, and they didn't know you when you were a kid.
Yeah, they're family. Don't forget that.
Sandy knew you when you were little?
Yeah.
Like 10?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me this?
Sorry. And then she's the one that introduces anybody to me.
Oh,
Jamie will get it.
Well, that solves that mystery.
Yeah.
I always wondered why it was mostly girls calling you Jamie.
Well,
but no, be glad you're not single.
I am glad I'm not
It's a
single.
freaking mess out there.
Lucas?
Actually, he's kind of right, actually, now that I think about it.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea why they call him that. I guess it's kind of like a cuter name. Like, oh, Lucas.
Oh, gosh.
And then
Jamie's cute, too. Oh, Jamie.
Jamie sounds like a little kid.
Yeah.
And James is an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim is...
Not my name.
You never say that.
No.
Right. So, yes, it's a mess out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's freaking no good.
Yes.
I wish I could put you out in the dating world to see how you would do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like in a simulation type thing to see how you do.
Nail it.
Because James thinks he'd be super good.
I was super good at it.
You were good at it.
I was.
You think you still got what it takes? James?
Oh, yeah. I still got what it takes.
What?
I don't know.
Are you single, Austin? Luke?
Yeah, shut up.
Shut up.
People get bent out of shape by companies following them or whatever when we all have an advanced computer in our pockets listening at all our conversations. It does. They do listen. It absolutely listens.
Oh, 100%.
You can say whatever. I can't. RC cars. The next thing your Facebook's coming up with RC car ads.
It's and I was going to say, it's kind of like, sometimes it's actually a good thing. So I'm like, oh, sweet. That's what I was looking for.
I know.
Like, oh, sweet. Well, they're definitely listening.
They're definitely listening. Whatever. It is what it is.
There's been so many freaking lawsuits. Like Apple just came out with one that Siri was listening and da-da-da-da. So I don't know how they prove it, but yeah, freaking people are listening to all the time. Oh, yes. Big time.
I still have what it takes.
You think so?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because all the women I'd be going for are still my age.
Wait, what difference does that make?
Because they all grew up in the same era.
What, you be going back to girls that you knew when you were young?
No. I'd be going to the same age.
Do you think I could put you in like Texas with people your age and you'd be able to pick up girls?
Oh, yeah.
What makes you so confident that you could?
That's what makes me, because I'm confident.
Is that it?
Confidence? Absolutely.
Your one good move that you had when you were...
One good move. It was a great move.
His great move he used to read girls' palms.
Yeah.
That's anyone out there, I've actually never tried it. Don't know why, but it's a really good idea. Because you get to be kind of close with them.
Touch them.
You look them in the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a pretty good move. Did you have any other moves, or was that all you had?
Artist.
Oh, yeah. You draw for them. God damn. Would Betsy ever allow it for you to go try to pick up a girl?
I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't, but I think it'd be...
There's no way.
So funny to see.
Oh, not a chance, man.
There's no way I could date girls my age. What's that mean? You'd have to date older or younger? What's the youngest you'd ever date?
Gosh, I don't even know right now. Probably would stick within 5 years. Yeah, I'd have to go younger.
You wouldn't date like a 22-year-old.
No. Oh my gosh, no. Not
Good.
a chance.
Thank God. Read my palms first time I met him. Who's that? Oh, Luke.
Yeah. I said no. Thanks, fella. Never tried it on any dudes. Not sure it works.
Yeah, might get punched in the face.
Yeah,
might backfire a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
Oh yes, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a mess of a world in general. Things are so much different now. Not in a good way.
No.
Things are really shitty. So yes.
Hey, you got to make the best of it.
Yeah.
There was one show I watched. I think I told you about. It was guys, and the show was how to pick up chicks.
The pickup artist?
No, I don't
on
know.
MTV?
Yeah, it might have been.
He was a real douchey.
It was a long time ago.
Like how long ago? Like early 2000s?
I was still in New Jersey, so it was 2000 or before.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I think. Might have been later. I don't know.
There was a popular one called The Pickup Artist.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're gonna owe me.
Yes, it was called The Pickup Artist?
No, I was talking to Bella. She owes me drinks because she's go buy your own.
So the pickup show.
Anyway,
what about it?
The only scene I remember, whatever it was, whatever part of it, the only part I really...
The only scripted part.
No, it wasn't scripted. I mean, they had picked people, so that part was. But the part where they had to do things, I think, was with girls that they didn't know. And all the guys, except one guy, all the guys were like kind of buff and... But they were like, okay, you have to go to this party, and it's a pool party, and you all have to be in Speedos.
Everyone?
All the guys.
Oh, all the guys. Okay.
All the guys had to be in Speedos, and they were like Speedos, right?
It was a gay Speedo.
It was a gay Speedo. Yeah. And the chubby dude, he wasn't like fat. He wasn't like super overweight, but he was chubby. Total confidence. Owned it. All the other guys were like, oh, covering her junk. They're like, oh.
Right.
Girls flocked that dude.
Oh, yeah? He definitely wasn't the best looking dude.
He wasn't.
But he was confident.
But he had the best attitude and the best personality and the confidence. And he went out like he was fully dressed, didn't even give a crap.
No.
And he nailed it.
I know a lot of bigger guys are kind of like that. Like the fact that they're kind of fat doesn't matter.
Oh, Ed Asware in New Jersey. Fort Dix McGuire.
Bring a new girl every week. Be a freaking...
What? You should do a dating show on here. Oh my gosh.
But if you all be girls that James picks, because that would be interesting. There was no confidence. Do you think you could have picked up the other girls in a Speedo?
Oh, yeah.
You could have? You would have been like today
I would have
go
owned
on a
it.
Speedo?
I'd have owned it. Absolutely.
How much money to go on a Speedo on here?
No, I'm not going to do it on here.
You want to be in a Speedo?
No.
Confidence.
I'm not trying to pick up chicks either.
Trying to pick up viewers?
No.
All right.
Not like that.
That'd be so uncomfortable.
Luke said yes.
Yes. Yeah. We're getting you in a Speedo.
No. No, he said yes to me picking the girls.
Oh, yeah.
At least he better said yes to that.
I can never wear a banana hammock. Banana hammock.
Yeah.
Oh, God. They're Speedo thing.
Yeah, no
thanks. You don't see them as often as you used to. At least not in the U.S.
No.
Hey,
anyway, we're going to get to our show.
Anyways, we could get to the actual show. You want to talk about some...
Just pick something.
Fuck it. I'll get the immigration stuff out of the way.
Okay.
So everyone, they're rioting all over the U.S. because ICE, that's, I don't know, what's that stand for, do you know? I don't know what it stands for, but they're basically the people who snag up illegal immigrants. Everyone's freaking protesting it everywhere.
They wouldn't be protesting if someone broke in their house.
No, if an illegal Mexican broke in their house,
right?
Like, get them out of here. But everyone, they're calling them Nazis.
Not just Mexicans, illegal immigrants.
Illegal immigrants in general.
Narrow it down.
Like Mexicans and Cubans and Puerto Ricans and
anybody.
Argentinians.
If you're illegal,
right? Even illegal Europeans.
It does. If you're not supposed to be here,
but everyone's freaking protesting them. They think it's a horrible thing that they're taking the illegal immigrants and they're getting them out of here.
Now, someone that's been here for 10 years, they have a business, and they're an illegal. Maybe there could be a process because obviously they haven't been bad. They're illegally here, but maybe there's some kind of process that they could come up with stating that if you were here for 10 years, maybe, and you created a business and you're an economy booster, or you employ people, maybe they could make some kind of rule or law,
something like
that says if you do these few steps, you can remain. Or
isn't that like kind of telling them people like, if you come here, be sure to hide out for 10 years.
Well, I mean, it could. That's what I'm saying. Maybe there's a penalty. Oh my gosh. Did Luke give stars?
Did he? He did. Luke, I don't know how many stars he sent.
100.
100 stars.
Good grief. There it is.
Luke's all for kicking the immigrants out, I guess.
Immigration. That's John. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Yeah, no, maybe there could be some kind of penalty, some kind of something. You know what I mean?
Well, the big, I mean, and I kind of get this too. The big thing, which I really don't think it's right, but it is what is that a lot of the illegal immigrants are picking up, they're separating the families. then I mean that's set.
If I got arrested, they'd separate me from my family.
True. But I mean, the kids, like, I don't know, you'd think they'd let them go with the parent. I don't know why you'd separate them. Why do they even separate the kids?
I don't know. Why would they separate the kids if I got arrested?
Well, because you were bad.
Well,
I guess they were
all right
bad.
then. I guess that's the thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you go to jail, though. You're not going back to Italy.
No, but I'd be still separated.
Yeah. Same if you join the military.
No, they can live with me.
In Iraq?
I think there are provisions for something like that. Yeah.
No,
but
if you go to Iraq, like,
I could have moved there.
Really?
And then I think, would have paid for housing over there if I moved there and stuff.
Really?
Like
You could have gone over there?
I could be wrong. Dave would know more than I would. But.
Damn, that's wild. I could picture you over there having a turban on, your big beard.
No.
You're laying out your mat every day to pray.
No. I would be like, no, north, south, which way? Oh, screw it.
But yeah, like the immigrants, they do have rights. They have right to an education, family unity, but I guess they are separating families, which is kind of messed up. And rights in the workplace. They have the rights to be paid the same minimum wage as everyone else, which I don't understand. If you're illegal, how do you have these rights?
If you're illegal, I don't think you should have any rights.
No. So I don't know why they have these rights, but people are freaking blowing shit up. Like it was in LA, and then Trump sent like 2,000 or 3,000 freaking, what do you call it, to go.
Yeah, see, Germany,
help.
Yes, my family was in Germany with me.
Dang.
See, yeah.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought there was provisions.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks, Luke. Luke says I would have been in the Taliban.
James is like if it was his job, he could probably behead somebody.
Well, I wouldn't take it that far.
Hey, it's your job.
I don't know if
You're in the Taliban.
I don't know
That's your job.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Ed's a first generation American. My father became a citizen when he turned 18.
Grandma sucked up the system. They got right to work. Right, they came here legally, though,
that's
right?
legally, and that's how they should have been.
Right, they came over to what's it, Coney Island, or not Coney Island? What's
Ellis
Island, not Coney. Coney's the amusement park one.
Yeah, they came over here for hot dogs.
They came over here to become a carny.
Become a carny.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess it is hard to get over here legally, supposedly. And I mean, put it this way: if I was an immigrant and things in my country were so bad that like I'm in fear for my life, I'd come over here legally. Say screw it. It's better than freaking dying.
Come over legally.
Yeah, but you don't have time. Well, we can get you over in 8 months.
Yeah, but then they could just send you back.
Yeah, but not if you.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. Honestly, I don't know how long it takes. You come over. You're like, I want to be an American citizen. I don't know.
I mean, you see how many of those cocksuckers were coming over when Biden wasn't president? It was like a flood. And then
I heard like 3 or 4 days before he got elected, they were cheering at the border. Biden.
Were they really?
That's what I've heard.
It's funny. In LA, this is like so stereotypical, but they picked up the vast majority of the immigrants at a Home Depot parking lot.
They were working.
I was like, oh my God. Of course they picked up the immigrants there. So yeah, I thought it was funny, but yeah, freaking immigrants.
Yeah, I mean, Ed has a point. If you skip due process coming into America, you don't get due process to leave.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. They all came over hoping they wouldn't get caught.
Right, which is wrong.
That's very wrong. But yeah, what are you gonna do? So yeah, that's what everyone's freaking out about. You ever been to a protest?
Only when they were going to fire that one teacher.
Oh, the one in your school? Or
Yeah.
you've never been to like a 1%
No.
one?
I'm not
Or
going to protest.
or a Black Lives Matter one? No.
Do I look like I should be at a BLM?
Maybe if you're like, Black people lives matter.
I mean,
I want to show it.
yeah, they all lives matter, whatever. Hi, kitty. Why are you?
I'd love to see you at a Black Lives Matter protest.
No, I don't. I'd probably get beat up. because I'm honest, and someone would be like, "Do you think Black Lives Matter?" And I'd go, "All lives matter," and they'd be like, "Kill him,
piece of shit.
yeah,
Whitey.
I know, Whitey."
We used to go to so many dumb protests. Like we didn't really like Luke used to go to a ton of them. Like we weren't there to like, yeah, fight the power. Like we were there because like for whatever reason, people who go to protest, a vast majority of them are like total losers. They don't work. They live with their parents. None of them have rides. They have no money, but they're against, the people, the 1%. Like they're always freaking just bums.
Yeah.
But it was always super entertaining to go to.
They want to eat the rich.
Right. And they believe in not work, get rid of currency.
Yeah.
And everything should be trade, even though they wouldn't have anything to trade for.
Yeah,
Like,
I like trade and barter.
Oh, yeah.
No, I like it.
I think it would eliminate a ton of like freaking weak people, like a bunch of bums, basically.
I went to protests in DC. We shut down the streets. I don't know what we were
Yeah, Luke didn't even know he didn't even know why he was there. But he wore the stupid masks. People have smoke or like tear gas masks on.
What are they? The Antifa?
I think Luke had on what's the movie you like? It's like the white mask, the anonymous. What's it called?
V
for Vendetta.
Yeah,
mask.
V for Vendetta.
I think he had on that. Yeah, Luke had no idea what they were protesting. But it's so funny to see like the people there because like they're all. I mean, a lot. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are bums.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are.
Yeah, like big time bums. So
V for Vendetta. That was actually a really good movie.
It was. I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember. I think it had a twist ending.
I loved the way that guy talked.
You liked it?
I wish I could talk like that, but it would take way too much education on words that I'm not willing to do
it?
now.
You'd start out a little bit and be like, "No, never mind."
Dude, that one whole, there was like a whole monologue he did, and it was all V words.
Oh, really? I don't remember the movie.
Oh, it was amazing.
Maybe we should review that movie. Do you have it? Do you own it?
No.
I haven't seen it in such a long time.
I might. I could probably buy that movie. I really like that movie.
Maybe we'll watch that. I really don't remember it. I just remember there was kind of a hot chick in it.
It was Antifa, he said.
It was Antifa. Oh, okay.
Anti-fascist group that uses fascist techniques to get their way.
Right.
How about that?
Outside the bus. Oh, that's what Ed said, begging for money. Oh, yeah. Freaking, I got this I was at Player's Closet and I saw this lotion. It was like, I can't remember the name. Some fancy designer. And I smelled it in there and I was like, that smells really good. And then today I was like, I'll wear it. I'll wear it to the house for whatever reason to get James's opinion on it. And I freaking like put it on my hands, put it in my hair a little bit. And I smell it now. It's so freaking strong. Like it's way too strong. It smelled like good in the store, but yeah, it's too much. Notice James sitting kind of farther away too.
No, I'm sitting normal.
Usually he's a little closer, I think.
Yeah.
Too strong. But yes. So yeah, immigrants, blah, blah, blah. Trump and Elon are like enemies now.
I don't even know what happened.
I guess it was like you were saying, like
the bill?
Yeah, well, it was about the big, beautiful bill. And Trump's taking away the
tax credit
for electric vehicles. And Elon got really pissed at that. And
I still think hybrid vehicles are the way to go.
No, I agree. Hybrids are great. They don't seem like they're like producing as many of the like electric. It seems like
I think they're shifting towards hybrid.
Are they?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's a great idea. Would you ever buy a hybrid vehicle?
Still got a battery.
True. Maybe if you just had one for like not having fun, like if you drove long distances,
maybe
something like that. Like if you had to drive to Pittsburgh every other day or something.
Luke, do you guys wear cologne? James in a Speedo and Austin wearing lotion it's getting weird, guys. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh yes.
Do you guys wear cologne? No, I used to wear cologne.
I don't. Very rarely I do. Very rarely. Wait, what'd you wear? Did you wear Dior or whatever? Drake?
No.
No.
You're close.
I figured you'd wear something like that.
Well, it starts with Drakkar.
Yeah, Drakkar.
Yeah.
You wore that?
What you wear that's all I can smell
Yeah.
when you walk by.
Oh yeah.
That and
James, what do you do with your mustache?
wax it.
You wax it.
Yeah. Why? You know why I wax it?
To look sexy.
No, to keep it out of my food.
You want to look sexy too.
No, I don't want to look sexy. For who?
For your wife, of course.
Did you ever see the memes? You're like, oh, I grew a big beard so I could look sexy. And then it's just a bunch of guys that compliment you.
That's true.
It is true. It's 100% true.
What, guys always compliment
stop
you?
me. They're like, dude, your beard is so cool. I'm like, thanks, weirdo.
What's that? James, one time he had a goatee. And what happened?
It was coincidence, but it was long. And the guy was like, oh, I really like your goatee. And then it was coincidence. I cut it off, and everybody thought I cut it off because a gay guy.
But it was a gay guy said, I like your goatee.
Yeah. It wasn't because a gay guy hit on me. I'm not like that. If he would have hit on me, I'd have said whatever. I mean, he did hit on me, but I was like, whatever.
Have you had many gay guys hit on you?
I don't think so. Not many.
No, I've had a good amount of gay guys. It's always out to eat.
Yeah, look at you.
Look at me.
Smell you.
Well, you should not smell me. Today's
Very strong smell.
I know it
I
is.
can smell it from right here.
No, I realized I fucked up when I got in the car to come here. I had my window down driving here, trying to air it out. It was too strong. Look at you.
You got the polo, whatever that is, V-necks with your
This is not a
your weirdo shorts.
How are these weird shorts?
Wear jeans.
Sorry, they're not camo shorts.
Wear jeans.
Yeah, Levi jeans,
Yeah.
baggy bootleg jeans. But they need permanent clones somehow.
Yep. It's the same as getting a car to attract chicks. It's just dudes. It's true. It is 100% true.
Permanent clone sounds like it'd be a horrible idea.
I didn't get my truck for chicks. I got my truck for me. But there's only been one girl that was like, that's nice.
Oh yeah? Was she like, hey dude, that's nice?
No, actually she was probably,
Hey bro,
she was probably 18 years old.
my wife loves that shit too.
Yeah. Do a burnout. What's a 0-60 on that thing? No.
There's been one chick?
One girl. Everybody, it's all been guys.
That's true. The only way I feel like a car will like get you attention from a girl is if it's like one of those like super tight cars. Like you ever see the videos where the guys
So there was a video a long time ago. They did a test. I forget who it was. It might have been Roadkill. I don't remember.
roadkill?
But they took two vehicles, and then one took a rat rod and the other took like $1 million Lamborghini or something. And all of the dudes went to the Lamborghini and all the girls went to the rat rod.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That really surprises me.
Gay shorts.
Gay shorts Austin. That's what we all called him in high school. Luke wears the exact same shit I wear. Maybe not now. He wears, if my team loses, I'm going to kill myself type shirt.
Yeah.
But that's really surprising. I thought all the girls would go to Lamborghini.
Nope.
Huh.
It was all like 25-year-old kids.
Really?
Yep.
Dang. That's really surprising. I've seen, the videos they have online of a guy like hitting on a girl. She's really hot and she like
The
denies
gold
him.
digger.
Yeah. And then he gets into like a nice car and she's like, wait.
Yeah. Oh, is that your car?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a couple. They're so stupid.
They are. They're really dumb. A lot of the stuff online is dumb.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
Oh my gosh.
My God. Luke has unlimited money when he's on here. Do you want to kick into, what do you call it?
What's next?
Freaking jerk offs. Not being accountable.
Oh, them guys.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
Those people. Accountability. What the fuck happened to it?
I don't know.
What's the deal with accountability nowadays?
It went away. People don't want to be held accountable. People want their own way.
Well, it definitely is harder to be accountable.
It's not,
Well, that's what everyone says on Reddit.
because they don't want to be.
Right. I mean, you don't think it's harder to be accountable than not accountable?
No.
No? To own stuff, that's
No.
harder to do.
It's a choice you make every morning you get up, and it's a better choice to be accountable than to.
Well, yeah, it's a better choice, but I don't think it's easier to be accountable. I think you got to work at being accountable.
It's all right. I guess definitely easier to not be accountable. I guess you're kind of right in a way, but I think that's a poor mindset, and I think that the choice is easy either way.
So here's a couple ways of how to be accountable. So you can just look at the opposite of this and tell me if it's easier or harder. Be honest and authentic.
Always.
Right. But I mean, a lot of people are fake and they lie.
A lot of people are fake because they're worried about the perception of others.
Right.
And they want to fit in. They want to be liked. They want to be popular. So they'll do whatever is necessary to do that. And one of those things is taking accountability.
Right. You're more likely to trust someone if they're upfront and honest.
Absolutely.
And you're upfront, a little too upfront sometimes.
Sometimes I've been accused of that.
You're definitely honest. I don't think, since I've known you, I don't think you've told a lie, at least not to my knowledge. But you don't seem like
I try not to.
Yeah, I can't see you being a lying type. Be positive. So many people are freaking negative.
Tons of people are negative, and I have my moments for that too.
You did?
What,
were you like a negative Nancy for a while?
No, I have my moments still when I'm negative, and I catch myself.
Oh, okay.
I try not to be. I try to be positive all the time. That's why when someone's like, "Oh, how's it going?" I'm like, "It's going great." I go, "Even when it's bad, it's good," because I try to be positive.
Right. You're not one of those people like, "How's it going?" It's like, "Well, my wife left me, and freaking life's going horribly." I never did. Austin sure had lots of nicknames for you. Most girls call me Lucas. Oh, she's written back. Austin, how are you doing? What did the EEG say?
Don't know yet.
Yes, don't know yet. Freaking, I'll know on Wednesday. I don't know what the test results are, but hopefully no seizures. Hopefully.
We already had a seizure.
I know, but no more seizures.
Oh.
And they were trying to trigger the seizure, and it went weird.
They did a good job.
It went weird, especially with the book I decided to bring. Oh, yeah. All right.
Should have brought Mary Had a Little Lamb or something.
No, I brought a heroin addiction book. Should I tell that real quick?
Go ahead.
Freaking, so I went for the EEG. They're doing all these tests. Like, they have you close your eyes, and they do pretty much like a strobe-like light effect.
They're trying to get you to seize.
They're trying to get you to seize.
So they can measure what your brain says and why.
Which is it's just a weird feeling, because it's like, we're trying to get you to do something bad.
Pressuring you.
Right, exactly. So, because a lot of the times when the seizure happened, it was when I was reading. So I brought a book to read, and the one I brought, it was called Dream Seller, and it's about this kid who was in Jackass, becomes a heroin addict, and pretty much ruins his life. So they're like, okay, they're like, start reading. So I flipped randomly to a page, and it was,
oh my gosh, your brother. You guys are a mess.
Did you get hard?
You guys are a mess. I don't, what? It's the last thing I was thinking about.
I did not get hard, but I was freaking reading the book, and
wait, what? It wasn't the part in it.
Oh,
someone was hard.
Someone was hard. So I was reading, and I flipped to random page. It's like, all right, go. I was like, so when I was 17, I really got into heroin. I had no money to pay for it. So I keep going. I was like, when I was 18, I sucked my first penis for heroin because I had no money. She's like, come on, keep going. I was like, and then he came in my mouth. And
oh, gosh.
And I picked the worst part of the book to read, trying to seize up. I started twitching while she was talking about it. She's like, keep going. I was like, and then he punched me in the face, and I bit his dick.
It was the worst. I'd have looked at that page and faked a seizure so I didn't have to read it.
Yeah, and then...
And then
yeah, it was. She was like, "Come on, keep it going." I was like, and then I blew another guy, and I didn't know what to do for heroin.
Oh, that is so terrible.
Yeah, and then I like stopped because I started getting nervous, and I started like feeling like, "Come on, asshole, seizure." And my other mind was like, "Just stop reading about this dude sucking another dude." It was very weird. So I didn't trigger the seizure, and I didn't get hard, like Luke said. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, I guess that's both good.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, we'll see what they say on Wednesday. We will see what happens. All right, back to accountability.
And Luke sent more stars.
We sent 530 so far. Oh
gosh.
He's the only one who pays us. Be respectful.
Be respectful.
That's the thing about accountability. Not a lot of people are respectful.
No, they're too high on their own horse.
Right. Lead by example. A lot of people don't do that either. I'm actually guilty of that. I'd rather not lead by example. I'd rather do shit my own way. And
I work with you, I know.
right. James Dean knows. Be responsive. A lot of people don't give a shit. They won't help you out for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. Here's probably the biggest one that you're good at is be consistent with your values. James Dean's one of the most consistent people I've ever met. So consistent that he can't answer questions sometimes because he doesn't know if in 5 years he'll feel that way.
I do. I like to try and be as consistent as possible. I don't want someone to come to me and 10 years ago they met me and then they come and meet me again in 10 years and they're like, you're a totally different person. I don't ever want that to happen. I want them to be like, just like when people come back to the park and I don't remember them. Mm-hmm. They'll be gone and they'll come back and they'll be like, do you remember me? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I don't, there's hundreds of people here and they rotate all the time. I'm like, sorry. And a lot of times I'll be like, was I nice to you? And they're like, oh yeah, you were super nice, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, good. So I'm still the same person.
Oh, you'll say that.
Yeah. I'll ask them.
But what about being the same person? Does that mean you don't work on yourself with anything? Or is there nothing for you to work on?
No, you still work on it. But I think a lot of consistency is more education on whatever so I don't know. I can't think of an example right off the top of my head to where you could be consistent and still change your mind slightly. Like life is an ongoing learning experience. And the more you learn, the more consistent you can be. So I think I always try to go in the same direction I was going.
Right. That makes sense. No, that goes along with like telling the truth and stuff. Like it's so much easier in life to tell the truth than freaking lie about stuff.
John says, I feel like accountability has always been important to me, but especially so since my accident. I know why that happened, and it's important to me to hold myself accountable for it, but not necessarily dwell on it. Just try and do better. Yep. I just want to be better than I was the day before.
Right. Okay. Okay. I was wondering what you meant by being the same person for forever.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm still basically the same as I was 10 years ago.
That's what Betsy said. You're almost the exact same as you were from when you guys started dating when you were 18.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And John probably knows better than anyone how James is.
Yeah.
Versus, what was your ex? Oh, he's talking to John.
Yeah, he's talking to John.
Yeah. No, you are super freaking very the same with everything.
I'm glad you say that and noticed because I try.
Oh yeah, big time. It's just crazy though. All these years, like you've been able to be consistent with stuff. Like so many people change like a crazy amount, good amount, especially since they were a kid and you're a grown ass adult now with a family and kid.
Maybe that just means I was really grown up when I was 18.
Could mean that. You have your mom to thank, I guess.
Yeah.
And yourself.
A lot of people have told me things like, you're wise beyond your years when I was younger.
Oh, really? When you were younger, they said that?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Huh. Wise beyond your years.
All of my gray hair.
Wait, when did you start having gray hair?
When I was 18.
18?
I had gray spots of, single hairs in my head when I was 18.
Really? Oh, dang.
You couldn't really see it, but
when you had,
I found gray hair. Like I Betsy probably found it, but in school I found a gray hair.
Wisdom shrine.
Yep.
Huh. I didn't know you got that early.
Started. I mean, it didn't look like this when I was 18, obviously.
You're probably going to say you didn't care, but did you care at all back then, or did you not care at all? No? God, he's consistent. My God.
It's nothing that really bothered me with my hair. Like, I mean, what is there to care about? Like,
God, you're a different breed. Most people, like so many people in life, like balding's on like the top 5 worst things that can happen to them. That probably doesn't hit your top 1,000 of the worst things that can happen.
There's probably not even on the list.
Not even on the list at all.
Top is waking up without a penis. That would suck.
Ugh. If you just woke up without it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's like my worst thing. That's my
you
worst
think
worry.
about it like,
No, I don't think
good
about
night,
it.
hon. I hope I don't
Yeah.
wake up. with that.
In the morning, I'm like, okay.
Ah, whew, whew. Do you see the big thing that girls are doing now? Jesus, yeah, you should go in there.
John told him what he did.
Oh, John was on here. I can't remember if he talked about. Did he talk about his accident much?
I don't know.
I'd like for him to say it on here. I like when John, we had him on last
Yeah,
time.
no, he's good.
He had a lot of, I don't know. I like talking to him. Yeah, no, that'd be kind of fun to have John on again. I'm sure he'd come on.
Oh yeah, he would.
So yes, what the fuck was I gonna say? Shit, what was I gonna say? Can't remember. I got waken up without a dick freaking on my. Oh yeah, did you see the big thing that girls are doing now?
Oh, yeah, the big thing girls are doing. Yeah, what?
That they're cutting off their tits completely, and then because it's weird, they say,
You think?
yeah, it's a little weird, but like it's so weird seeing these girls. Like a lot of them are really pretty too, and they're on TikTok without a shirt on, and their chest looks exactly the same as mine.
Okay, but are you sure that they're not doing that because they had a double mastectomy because they had cancer, or
not the ones I've seen?
Really?
No,
because I've seen the ones that had cancer, and that doesn't bother me.
Oh no. The ones I've seen, they're saying.
I mean, I don't think they should have a shirt off.
Like the one girl, she just said, she's like, I just always wanted to be able to walk around without a shirt on. I was like, really?
Just go to a nudist place.
That's the only reason you freaking cut your tits off?
Just go to a nudist place.
Right.
Problem solved.
Right. Would you ever go to a nude beach?
No.
You wouldn't go.
No.
Me and Luke went to one, kind of, when we were in St. Bart's.
No.
And there was like a whole naked family with their naked little like 2-year-old kids. And I was like,
wait, is Luke going to go, did you get hard?
Yeah, the dad was hard, I think, from what I remember.
Yeah, no, thank you. I have no reason to go to a nudist anything.
There used to be, for the longest time, in Finley Lake, there was a big nudist colony that lived back behind this house we used to go over to.
I know. Didn't you like sneak through the woods?
I did, freaking.
And you were disappointed.
Very disappointed. Everyone imagines nudist colonies being super hot people. It's not. It's the most grotesque people you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah, no thanks.
Right. Let's see. We have impossible ambitions for equality.
We're supposed to talk about that?
Oh, wait. No, I was top thing. Oh, never mind. This is top things that are wrong with society.
What does that say? Personal responsibility is dying? Oh, it's dying.
Right.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah, right. It's definitely dying.
Yeah. For some reason, my mind read that like dying is your personal responsibility.
God is dead.
That's a terrible one.
Is it true?
A lot of people are, yes.
Oh, I think there's a huge difference now.
Yeah.
Big time.
And I think that goes along with the lines that the Bible holds you accountable.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean,
when you read the Bible, everything in the Bible was meant to hold you accountable.
Oh, yeah?
Pretty much. I wouldn't say everything, but yeah, everything.
Huh.
It's about bettering your life and being accountable, trying not to be do bad things so you don't have to be accountable for them, be a better person, love others.
Yeah.
And that goes against everything that makes you want to do it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some truth to that. Yeah. I've read a lot of things I was looking at about accountability. Ton of women and men said that women do not have to be accountable like guys do at all. Women get more of a pass with accountability. And I was like, how's that?
I would say that that's true because...
You don't think they have to be accountable?
No, they do. I'm not saying I believe that, but I'm saying in society, men do most of the crap.
Yeah, but women, for their actions, they should still be accountable.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I guess there's definitely guys have a lot more responsibilities, I guess, than girls.
And as far as
society, they want to be equal, though, right?
That's a completely different
thing. Right.
They want to be equal right up until they're equal, and then they're like, well, we don't really like this.
Right. Yep. So, yeah.
I mean that in the nicest way.
Yeah, the nicest way. Oh, yes.
Girls are more emotional than guys, so if you treat girls like guys and be unemotional, they don't like that.
Yep. That is
Anyway, we
true.
can talk about that a different time.
Oh, yes.
The Bible holds you accountable, and people nowadays don't want that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's why I say accountability is harder.
I guess there's truth to that statement. It is harder, but
I mean, I think you have to work more with accountability.
yeah, you have to work more on your life. It makes, yeah,
Right. Instead of passing the buck.
right.
Yeah.
I don't I don't think that that's hard to do though if you've done it for so long. I think it's hard to switch
What? Switch.
to be accountable, to hold yourself accountable. If you've been doing it, say anything, like I don't know, say you've been playing guitar incorrectly for 10 years
Right.
and someone's like, "Oh dude, you're doing it wrong. Do it like this." It's going to be hard to switch back.
Oh,
Like
okay.
tell Jimi Hendrix how to play a guitar correctly. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
So I think if you've been holding yourself accountable, it's not a hard decision to make. If you haven't been accountable and you try to make a change, that's going to be a lot of work.
Right. That's why I think in that aspect it's harder.
Yeah, no, I can, again, there's some truth to that statement.
Right. So yeah, accountability. It's a thing of the past, just like everything else in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's good is a thing of the past.
We didn't even get to responsibility.
Responsibility?
Yeah, accountability and responsibility were our two topics.
Oh, responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't even-
Maybe that's next week.
Yeah, we could talk a little bit about responsibility
Because we had,
and how that's a thing of the past too.
I know, we had a whole list of responsibility things.
Right. We had like 8 or 10 things.
Yeah. So next week,
We'll save that.
responsibility.
Yes. All right, real quick. So I'd love to, I think James would agree, he'd like to do some events like we did and like go and
Yeah.
interview people. So I got a list of Erie events, and I'm curious if any of these are any interest to you.
John, I told my wife there should be more sandwiches around here. I woke up an hour later.
All right.
I never said equal rights, equal fights. Shut up, Luke.
Jamie always says it. Jamie always says equal rights, equal fights. All right. Would you go to any kind of any fairs, like Lake City Carnival?
The Lake City Carnival is going to be the same people we talked to as the car show.
It's going to be the same people?
Mm.
All right. What about Corey Fest?
Corey Fest. Is that in Corey?
It is.
Wherever we go, I just have to make sure that my phone has good cell reception, or otherwise it's going to be terrible.
What about Wesleyville Community Day? Wesleyville people are interesting.
Maybe.
Ooh, here's one. Let's see if James is racist or not. Juneteenth celebration.
I don't think
Would we not be welcome there?
I don't think we'd be very welcome there. I don't, for some reason, it doesn't seem.
You don't think they two white guys walking around?
Yeah, with
interviewing
shirts on, unlikely friends.
Likely friend. You think they wouldn't want us there?
I don't think they would.
Would you be intimidated?
No. What do I have nothing to be intimidated about.
Hey, what up, white boy? What you doing here?
I'm just doing my thing.
What you doing here?
My
What?
thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a question
Unlikely
for
friends. Want to be my friend?
me? Yeah. What are you trying to single me out for? What is it? Because I'm black?
Yeah, because everybody else is.
You believe in black rights?
Everybody's got rights.
Man, I'll make you my slave.
All right, we're taking it too far.
All right, James might be able to handle himself at the Juneteenth event. So that's a maybe, but probably not.
Probably not.
All right, the Great Blue Heron Music Festival. A music festival.
Oh, I could do a music festival.
You'd like to do that? There'd be some interesting people there.
Yeah.
Here's one that I would love to see James at, but I know he would never go. And that's called Pride on the Bay.
Yeah.
Could you ever do that?
No, I don't think that's going to go well.
You think they'll be mad at us?
I don't know. You'd be asking questions.
I would. I would have no. I'd personally not have any problem with it. I'd just try not to laugh at stuff.
Well, that's what I mean.
If they were like real, like, or if they started like twirling James's beard,
yeah. Well,
then we're getting kicked out because James is probably pushing up.
yeah. I'll be like, don't touch my beard.
Yeah, but it's so sexy.
Well, that's nice. Look with your eyes, not with your hands, as my mom always used to say. I could do it, but I don't.
You think we might not be welcome?
I don't think we would.
Really?
Because as soon as you ask some of your questions,
Well,
and like, if it's anything like Luke's questions, you'd be like, "Did you get hard?" All of a sudden, we're done.
well, I wouldn't be stuff like it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Like I wouldn't be there bashing them, but I think it'd be really funny. Ooh, what?
I'm gonna punch your brother when he gets up here. I think James always said, "If I see pride, I'm taking that ride."
Luke would definitely go there. Luke, but if it was me and Luke both there, it might be bad because it would get out of control.
Right.
I need a moderator like James Dean.
Yeah, like I don't have a problem. You want to be that way, you be that way. But it's just, I just.
So that's a maybe, very low percentage, but maybe. What about Rollin' for Veterans all-wheel event?
What is that?
It's at the Harley Davidson place. And
If
it's a
they'd let
veteran
us.
thing.
I'd do it.
You
if
do
they
a
let
veteran
us.
thing?
Yeah, yeah.
That could be kind of fun. What about Slobberfest?
What's that?
It's it's
I had bad thoughts. Never mind.
It's not what you think. It's a celebration of basset hounds with costumes, competitions, and more.
Dog people. We're weird.
You're not going around dog people? I think that'd be funny too. What about Waterford Heritage Days?
Probably.
Discover Presque Isle?
Maybe.
Those people are pretty, they're kind of like a little more yuppie.
As long as you're not riding a bike and they're yelling at you.
Right. Yeah. Freaking those people.
You gotta stay on your left.
Right. Yeah. Oh, my God. I got in so many fights last year. This one that you would probably never go to, but again, it'd be funny. I'd fit in pretty well there. It's called The Gathering at Chafee's. And it's like people who listen to like the band Fish, like Phish. They're basically a bunch of like hippies / drug addicts / like it's like a big party.
Yeah.
And it would be so funny to see you there.
Why? Because you just want me to be uncomfortable?
No, just how you are with stuff. Just how you're very serious and like, and you're honest. Like a guy's like, "Don't you want to hit this weed, man?"
That's what I'm saying.
You'd be like, no.
That's what gets me in trouble sometimes.
What
is like, so we'd be at like the gay pride thing, and they'd be like, "Aren't you attracted to men?" I'll be like, "Absolutely not." Like, I would just be honest. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
yeah, but I mean, how could a gay person ever be mad about that? You think some could be? Like, no, I'm not attracted. No.
Well, I mean, that's just a nice question.
Right, right.
But, you know, do you agree with being gay? And I'd be like, absolutely not. I do not. And that's going to get you in arguments.
Yeah, true. I mean, if they asked us that.
That's, well, if they did. But I'm just saying, those are the places I don't like to go because of my honesty. Gets me in trouble.
Yeah, but you wouldn't come across as like a gay man. Like, yeah, you don't agree with being gay, but you wouldn't be like,
oh, but look at me. They'd think that instantly.
What, that automatically you're there?
Yeah.
Protest gay.
Right.
Dan Rice Days.
I was the youngest person to have a booth at Dan Rice Days.
Really? You had a booth there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Fake tattoos.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nuh-uh. Did you draw it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that had to be a lot of work. Or could you do it fast?
I did it.
Or did you take like an hour?
I made a couple bucks, man. I don't know, over $100.
Really? Oh, dang.
And I only did it one day.
Dang. That's actually a good idea.
A little card table.
So would you Dan Rice Days, would you do that or no?
I don't know if they'd let us, but
really?
Mm-hmm, because everything you do at Dan Rice Days, I believe you have to pay for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we'd have to go talk to the borough, but I don't know. I know a lot of people in Gerard.
Yeah, I know.
And you know who would be getting?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody where we work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Probably not.
What about the Erie Blues and Jazz Fest?
I've been to that.
It's actually not a bad event.
No, it's
actually
pretty good.
It's actually pretty damn good. It's one of the better ones in Erie.
Mm-hmm.
The Italian Festival.
Maybe.
Celebrate Erie.
No.
German Heritage Fest.
Maybe.
That could be fun. Erie Irish Fest.
Those people are a hoot.
Oh, this one in Edinburgh. My dad told me we should go to this one. The Highland Games and Scottish Festival in Erie.
I could do that.
That one would actually be kind of fun because some people kind of dressed up and they're actually overall pretty good people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's a couple yes and maybes on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Pride is probably not happening. But
no, I just, again,
Are we going to do the medieval fair again?
Maybe.
This year? I hope we do.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was one of my favorite things we did. All right. So that sums up for that. We will now bang out the movie review.
All right.
The first movie is one I picked. The second one is one James picked.
Yes.
The first movie I picked was a movie called Old Boy. It was
Yes.
a foreign film. And what are James Dean's thoughts on it? I already heard his thoughts on it.
So again, I didn't enjoy it, but I understand why it's a good story. I understand why it got an 8.1 or 8.2.
Something like that. I think 8.1.
I did a little research. That is a typical Asian type movie where they deep dive into weird things.
I've watched a ton of Asian films.
And
they're usually always at least 2 hours long, too, for whatever reason.
So I get that it's following the precedents. The ending bothered me.
The ending did, or the ending?
Because it's left in the air, but everybody kind of understands that he wanted that part wiped out so he could keep
which is
loving his daughter.
Weird.
Which is really weird,
Very
being
weird.
I'm a dad and
yeah, I'm not even commenting on that. Nope.
like, oh, anyway. So I didn't personally like the movie, but I understand the story. I understand why people like it, why it was critically acclaimed, I guess you could say. I get it, but
It's just not up your alley.
no, just the way it was done. I don't. The incest part just.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it just sends me over the top with absolute no.
It was definitely a movie that was out of James' realm for sure. Like, not his type of. It seems like we do that a lot. Freaking the movies I pick or stuff James not into.
Had it had an ending that was better, I think the movie would have been a good movie.
Oh yeah, if you could change the ending, you might have.
Like if he would have, like in the American version, they changed the ending.
Yeah, I can't remember what the ending was in that one. Do you remember what it was?
I didn't. I just know they changed it.
Oh, did they?
It wasn't the same exact ending, and what I read really quick made it a better movie in my mind.
Ah, interesting.
So I think the ending is what really threw me off. I can see the revenge, the double revenge. I could see the imprisonment. I could understand all that. The guy took it way too far. I could understand all that. Like, it's all plausible. Somebody could do that, but the ending, a dad doing that, it's no.
Disturbing.
Yeah.
To say the least.
I mean, I'd still give it like a 6-1 maybe.
Oh yeah? Oh, dang.
Because again, I can understand why people liked it. I just didn't.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's one of my probably, I don't know, top 10 favorite movies. I give it like an 8.2, but
Yeah,
that's more.
You watch those weird movies.
I do. I watched it 3 times last week. So yeah, I like movies that are out there.
And I figured out what my favorite genre is. It's not
fantasy?
correct. It's adventure.
Adventure.
And in that genre you have, and I was looking at my movies and it's mainly adventure is when you type in best like adventure genre, Lord of the Rings comes up.
Oh yeah. That's
because true. And that's strictly like fantasy.
Yeah.
But so, and of the whatever that is.
The one we watch?
No. Oh, that one comes up and it's like adventure.
It's adventure. Oh really?
So that's probably my favorite genre is adventure.
Oh, okay. Huh, interesting. So our second movie we reviewed is
Bridge to Terabithia.
I watched Terabithia.
I cried again.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
See, you want to say your thoughts? Or you want me to say my thoughts?
No, go ahead.
So the movie started surprisingly. I was like really interested in the plot. I was very surprised that maybe it was like 15 or 20 minutes of the movie actually had like fantasy elements. Like a lot of it wasn't like the trailer made it look like there was a ton of fantasy stuff in it.
Right. No.
But there wasn't that much fantasy stuff.
No, because it was more of an imagination thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's one of the reasons I liked it is because it wasn't like, what's the other one that's similar to it? There's another one and it is fantasy.
What, Narnia or something?
No, not Narnia. It's another one that's similar to the Spiderwick Chronicles. That one. That's like strictly fantasy, but it has the same feel of the kids. The kids can see and blah, blah, blah. But it's really fantasy. There's really creatures there. That's why I liked
Bridge. Oh, they really work.
Yeah. There wasn't creatures in Bridge of Terabithia.
Yeah, right. There was no.
It was all made up, and you can see it in the reflection of the characters being the school people, the school kids.
Mm-hmm. I know. I thought it was weird that the troll had that face of like the bully girl. Like,
Right,
it was
but
creepy looking.
That's what they just. Don't you remember when she was charging $1?
Oh yeah, to go piss.
And she was like, "Do you ever hear the trolls that collect?"
Right. Troll
and then
tool.
she's a troll.
Right.
So yeah, I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I thought like surprisingly, like I liked a lot of it. Even some of the fantasy parts I liked because I realized that it was just imagination, not really true. But the biggest issue. Also, you guys watch a ton of Asian films.
Yeah, I don't think you guys the gays would give us any strife. Thanks.
I think the gays would be nice. But yeah, but freaking the problem I had with it was the ending with the girl dying. There was no need, I don't think, to kill the girl. And the whole moral of the story was basically don't become close with someone or they're going to die.
No, that wasn't it at all.
Like
that was more of
I don't know why they killed the girl.
What do you
I
mean?
knew she was going to die too when it was raining and she looked back at him. I was like,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why they killed. There was no need to kill the girl. And then at the end, the guy became like super close with his sister.
He was close to the girl, and the girl opened his eyes to having an open mind.
Right. Then he became like best friends with his sister.
She died to show loss, love, all of that stuff. And it helped him later on in the movie become close with his sister.
It seemed like there was not a good reason. I feel like they didn't have to kill the sister or the.
I mean, they didn't
friend.
have to, but that wasn't the.
Is that when he cried?
Yeah.
What part did you cry at when they told him that she was dead?
No, not that part. No, I cried more when he went to see them.
At the parents?
And he hugged him, the dad, and said, "You were her best friend."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could
and
see.
that was like, man, I would hate to lose my best friend like that. Like, but
don't you think it was kind of weird that the kid, or he had like a crush on a teacher? She looked like Katy Perry, by the way. But then freaking a teacher on a weekend picked him up to go to a museum.
Back then, that was different.
I was in high school in 2007. No one was doing that unless they were banging the teacher.
I don't think that was in 2007. Was it set in present day?
Oh, when it was, no, I'm saying it was like filmed in, I think, 2007.
Yeah, it's filmed in 2007. But I got rides from my teachers. One teacher.
A girl or a guy?
A guy.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of, I was like, I mean, he had that young girl. He should have just gone for her. And then she died.
Yeah, but he had a crush on the teacher. You never had a crush on a teacher? I tried to get one teacher to go to prom with me.
What?
Yeah.
Like, were you serious?
Absolutely.
Really?
She was hot.
We didn't really have any hot teachers. We had one. She was a Spanish and she hated.
I actually tried because she was a student teacher from Edinburgh in like her first year of college.
Oh.
And I was like, come on. And we flirted.
Or she was closer. She was younger than.
She was like couple years. No. She was only a couple years older than us. And I really tried it. I was like this close, man. But she's like, I just can't. I'm like, you're technically not a teacher. Like technically, you're not employed by the school.
So she kind of could
have. Like I could have gotten away with it.
It just would have not looked good.
Right.
Did you guys ever have any teachers and students that were hooking up? You did?
Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about it.
We had one too. I think we actually had two. It was weird.
I'll tell you later.
She got let go pretty quick.
I'm not going to talk about it in case she sees it. He sees it.
Oh, okay. Because I know one that happened in that school district, but that person's gone now. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He was a cool teacher.
He was.
So, yes. So, yeah, for me, the movie...
He was reading the teacher's palms. No.
He went to prison. Huh. God. Have you ever seen... This is completely off the topic, but have you ever seen some of these teachers... freaking gorgeous girls hooking up with like 12, 13-year-old kids?
I don't understand it. They have mental issues.
Oh, for sure. Like the one girl, she's absolutely freaking stunning.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Oh,
yeah, but didn't they get married too later after she got out or something like that?
Not this one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's been a lot of them that are actually really pretty, but this one, oh, she's freaking awesome. I love her. Not really, but she's hooking up with a 12 and 13-year-old. It's freaking weird. Very odd.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for me, the movie, I didn't feel
You didn't like she died. See, I didn't like the ending of the thing because it didn't make sense to me.
Right. Well, for me, it just seemed like so unnecessary. Because I was reading the reviews and people were saying like it made
wait, hold on. Incest was necessary?
Well, if you love someone, even if it's in Asian culture, this is a normal thing.
I still don't think it is.
Incest is very normal in Asian culture. It's not frowned upon like it is. No, I like that because it was more of a shock. This one, it wasn't. I don't know. I just didn't know.
You were shocked she died?
No, I saw it like.
Oh yeah, because they did that. They made him look back because he was being selfish and didn't ask her to go to the museum because he wanted the teacher all to himself.
Right, and he kind of bitched at the teacher. He said something like, "You could have asked," or he kind of like.
No, he said next time.
That's what it was. Next time
we should ask her to go, and that was him remembering her.
Because the teacher was like, and she looked just like Katy Perry in my mind.
That was what the heck was her name? Zooey Deschanel.
Oh really?
Yeah, I used to think she was really pretty.
Yeah, she looks like KP.
But and then he built the bridge. And that was kind of like
I don't know how that kid built that bridge.
It didn't look that good.
Shit. It didn't look good. I know
it was pretty rough, but the building of the bridge was kind of a metaphor of like getting over your sorrows and
it was the name of the movie.
Bridge to Terabithia, correct. I liked it.
No, I could see how you liked it, and it got really good rating. It got like a 7.2, which is pretty dang good. But I didn't. And usually I like Sauron movies, and this one just didn't do anything for me.
I tried to pick one that had like fantasy, but not storyline. I figured
for that kind of a movie,
it wasn't sad. You didn't almost like even.
I don't know. I thought it was so unnecessary.
Oh,
for whatever reason, I don't know why.
How else would you have had the trauma for that boy?
His dad molests him and goes to prison for 50 years.
And then when they get out, they brainwash and they have gay. Oh, jeez.
15 years, they lock up the dad, then he gets out and they're hypnotized into loving each other. And at the end, the son and the dad marry each other.
Right. In Terabithia.
Yeah.
They don't know it, but the sister performs the ceremony.
Right. Then that's the perfect ending.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, no, I did enjoy it for the most part, except for the death thing. And then the
incest was necessary. I'll take things I didn't expect to hear tonight for 800.
You should watch Rudderless. James might like Rudderless, actually. It's not a weird movie.
Well, we'll figure out a movie later.
Yeah, I'll see if it's in his watching abilities. But yeah, overall, it wasn't a bad movie. It's not one that I'd watch a bunch of times, but I'd give it probably a 6.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably 7.1. What did it get? Got a 7.1. 7.2?
7.2.
Yeah, I'm a 7.1.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it wasn't. It was, and a lot of people were bashing it. They're like, "This is rated as a kids movie, and it's not for kids."
I wouldn't say it was for kids. Well, like 5-year-olds.
Right. Yeah, not 5-year-olds. But the one mom, it reminded me of you at Transformers. She's like, when the girl died, all the kids in the theater started bawling their eyes out, and the parents walked them all out. I was like, what? Come on now.
No, when I was crying in the theater, my mom was like, stay there.
You were like, no, Mom, I want to go.
Yeah.
She's like, no, we paid for this thing. Yeah. You're going to watch this trauma.
No, I remember sitting when Prime died.
Mm-hmm.
My mom sat at the back of the theater. I sat at the front. And I remember doing a lot of this. Like, I was like, looking at my mom, like, what do I do? What do I do?
What was
she was like, just stay there. I was like, okay.
I wish I was there to see all the little kids cry.
Oh, we all bawled.
It was like towards the beginning of the movie.
I know.
Like right at the end, right?
I know. And then I got so mad at when they rebuilt the other guy on the planet of junk. When they rebuilt him, I was like, why can't they just go fix Prime?
Right. That's really weird. They killed the biggest character.
Yeah.
Of that series.
Oh, it was horrible.
All right. We will be back
tomorrow, next week, whatever.
We'll be back next week. And I don't know. I'd love to do some kind of event kind of towards the beginning of the summer. So
Yeah, no, we need to for sure.
so we'll come up with something. We'll come up with a movie to review.
Next week will be responsibility. We already got that one because
Responsibility.
we didn't touch on that.
Right. And then maybe, what did John say he would come on?
Yeah, he
sometime?
would.
Would he? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I know he would. I don't just know when.
He'd share his story and stuff,
Mhm.
wouldn't he? Sweet. I think a lot of people would like that. I'd like it. So, yes, we will see everyone next week. Enjoy this nice weather.
We'll post the movie Wednesday.
We will.
Hey, your mom's here just in time.
Hey, she got here just in time that we're leaving. Oh, yeah, I got to go to her house and watch the dogs tomorrow.
Hmm.
I think it's tomorrow. Is it tonight?
Hmm?
I can't remember. Better ask. I
Mhm.
think it's tomorrow. All right.
Do the gay fest.
Do the gay. I'm telling you, the gay fest. I couldn't see James going for it, but I'd go to the gay fest.
I'm just a camera guy.
What, you just filming? Doing a film.
I'm like this the whole time.
People are grabbing James's ass and shit.
No.
James just starts swinging.
We hope not.
Right. All right.
No, I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
have a
Yes,
problem.
tomorrow. Okay, it is tomorrow. Gotcha. All right. We'll see what happens.
It would be a good content. Would be good content. No, it wouldn't.
Oh, I think it would be good content. I think it'd be hilarious. I think we'd have more viewers than ever if we handled it correctly.
That's the thing. Handling it correctly.
I could handle it correctly.
I can handle it correctly.
I
I just
can-
have to not be me.
Right. And the whole thing we were talking about, how consistent James is.
Yeah, right.
James at the gay fest.
Look, Daniel Wilber, no gay fest.
No gay fest. Yeah, he's not for it. All right, we'll put up a poll to see if we should get the gay.
I mean, I'm not for that either, but I
Yeah.
don't have a, like, if that's what they want to do, great, fine, whatever.
No, I get it. I wholeheartedly get it. But yeah, we're gonna do some kind of we'll go to an event sometime here soon. So whatever. it
The
might
Irish
be.
one might be fun.
The Irish one could be good.
There's probably a lot of drunk people there.
Right. Is that stereotypical?
Could be.
I think a lot of Irish are drunks.
I think stereotypes are there for a reason.
Right. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with it, really. I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I think we did a short on that.
We did. Yes. Yes. Paint James' face right.
Probably not.
What would be funny is like, or if he didn't know it, I slapped like a gay pride sticker on his back and he just walked around all day with it. And all the gays were going like,
Be funny if I stabbed him in the back and he wasn't expecting it.
right, I slap a sticker, he slaps a knife on my
Yeah.
back. All right. Everyone enjoy themselves.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.